Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Welcome to my Scrabble YouTube channel. I might say a lot, just try to ignore it. I'm autistic, and if I try to control how much I say it's just not going to work. So I apologize if that bothers you. I'll do my best to avoid saying a lot. I know I do that in my videos. Maybe over time I'll get more used to doing these videos. Okay. So this is my next opponent. I got a great game to show you guys today. This is a very strong player, 1630. For those of you at home and you see 1630, maybe you don't really know what that means. There are a lot of very strong players in Division 1 that are, I think 1800 is where you get to be considered like a true expert. There's like no real threshold or official threshold where you become an expert. NASPA has these like weird titles that they give out, but they've been doing it inconsistently and it's not been good. Before I jump into this game, I achieved a milestone. Not really, it's like an online milestone. It's on Woogles. I achieved a rating that I'm quite proud of. I didn't cheat to get this rating. I did, what I do is I generally spend a lot of time playing bots, but I think just about everybody plays bots quite a bit on Woogles. It's more relaxing than playing human players, and it's easier to get a game. Probably that's the main reason. But I achieved 2100 on Woogles. I just wanted to briefly mention that before moving on. And generally I achieved this by playing Steebot. Steebot is often rated like 2100, and I have a pretty good record against Steebot. As you can see, I have 4 games against Steebot where I just won. Hastybot, not so much. I did get 1 game against Hastybot recently. You can see I had 486, 458 against it, and then my last game here. This was an interesting one. This is the final game that brought me over 21. Oops. I wanted to show you this game. Hit exit. So I opened with this, or I went first in this game, and I had this rack. My first instinct was I wanted to play through it because I actually don't mind the queue oftentimes, but there was just no way to really play through this rack. So I knew I had to exchange, and then the second part was I had to figure out what the best exchange was. HER is actually a surprisingly good leave, and the H is just such a great tile. So I kept HER, and I got rewarded pretty well. So I kept HER. He bingos with Uralis, and then I just have inhalers immediately for 94 coming back, and then the rest of the game he has outbakes, but then I have bear-like. So there was a little bit of luck in this game involved as well, but was proud of how I played last night, and I just wanted to share that. All right, let's get to the game. It's worth mentioning that I've been doing well lately on Woogles, but as you'll see from my games at Nationals, over the board for me has been a completely different story, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. I was talking to ChatGPT on why that is. Actually, it's weird because I did a scouting report. I won't show it to you guys, but I used ChatGPT to do a scouting report for NOLA, which I'm participating in. So NOLA is kind of a big deal for me just because I'm, again, spending money to fly out there. Lots of people are doing that are participating in this tournament. It's one of the most enjoyable tournaments to play in. So even if you don't do well in this tournament, it's a good tournament to at least enjoy playing Scrabble. Some of the most kind people that you'll meet will be there. So I mean, a lot of these people I consider to be somewhat of friends. Last time I played in NOLA, I did quite well in it. That was my first time playing in New Orleans, and I had told myself that I just wanted to go there and have fun, and then I ended up having like the best tournament I'd ever had in my life. And so I'm gonna try to repeat that just by saying, hey, trying to alleviate some pressure on myself and just say, I'm gonna play in this tournament and not worry too much about results and just have some fun and see if I repeat doing well again. That said, I did last night. I showed ChatGPT the list of entrants in this open division and had him give me, him being ChatGPT, a scouting report. It was actually surprisingly useful to have it do that. It did give me some pointers. And then after that, I had it do a scouting report on myself, and it was like scary good at describing me. And I think the reason it was so scary good is because I've been using ChatGPT so extensively, so it knew a lot of things about me. So, but yeah, I encourage people to use ChatGPT for Scrabble prep. I found it useful. But anyway, let's move on. Let's take a look at this game. So I just played Jeep here. That keeps HRG. The G and the H synergize fairly well, so I that's why I wasn't. And then the R seems to not be too bad to go with it. If I draw a T and an I, I've got I words, and the R generally isn't too bad with the synergy with the H and the G. So I just played Jeep here. Let's take a look. That's not the placement I put it. My preference is often to make the last letter go on H8, and the reason I do that is because my style, it's very important in the style of play that I have to open the board as much as possible. So this just goes along with my style. So I like my decision of playing it at E8 here. He plays Jetty, forming a right angle, but it's okay because what I don't want is the upper left quadrant to be closed. That's like my main goal at the start of the game usually. And even though it forms a right angle and it puts a J there, it's probably going to be okay just due to those E's probably going to be opening up that upper left quadrant within a few moves. I don't know anything about this person, by the way. His name is Patrick Beatrez. So I never met the guy. He seemed like a good enough sport, though. So here I drew the Q. So not the greatest. Ooh, ARG is what I missed here. Yeah, that would have been a better play than whatever I did. I played Ha for 30. It also likes Wardy. Not sure if that's actually better. Wag, opening a huge E spot for bingos. Not sure about that. Yeah, that can't be right. Gru also can't be right. I think Ha's okay. I mean, there's probably better plays. Like, I don't know, Wag might be better just because HQRT is a better leave than GQRT. But yeah, I guess it's more defensive. Maybe I shouldn't have been as defensive in this game, but that's one of the things is I normally play ultra aggressive, but then when I get into actual tournament situations, I tend to temper it down a little bit, and maybe I shouldn't do that. At least that's what ChatGPT was saying, so I shouldn't temper it down. So maybe I'll work on that. So how was my play? He plays wavy. So I still got this cue that I can't get rid of right away. And yeah, I've got all these middling plays. I just played Pearl here. It's probably fine. Plage. What does that mean? Is that like a pool? A bright region. Because I thought plage meant like pool in French. Am I getting that wrong? Anyway, a bright region on the sun. Yeah, plage is probably better than Pearl just because it gets rid of that G. But it's not a common word. But anyway, I played Pearl, just trying to not lose too much time on the clock for a game that I knew that was probably going to be pretty competitive. He plays Leno. And then here was an easy decision. So here I have Ugonia. I played it. It's a Val dump, so then maybe that's why he didn't. There was like no doubt for him that it was valid. But still, low probability Val dump. And I guess good on him. He didn't even need to hold this play. Instead, he just plays Azo. I guess I played Ugonia in the wrong spot because it gave back that Azo play. Let's see. Where else did I had Ugonia here, which is 2 more points and doesn't give back. I guess I was worried about triples is why I didn't play it here, but I think I really should have been more worried about the Z because he hit me pretty hard with the Z after I played Ugonia. Coming right back with Azo. Oh, cadenza. Keeping BS. I like it. I like cadenza. Yeah, this looks like it would sim way ahead everything else. For 38, I played dances, keeping the B, which is not good. The only reason it's not good is because of that D is actually more dangerous than it looks as far as a triple spot. And the reason it is more dangerous than it looks is because you always have to be worried about opening a triple when there's 2 blanks out and there's like around half of the tiles have already been played. He hits us hard with Uridines, which I held. I didn't challenge. Or I did challenge it, actually. Okay, I did challenge it because yeah, it was 122 points and I wasn't sure. So I lost a turn, which isn't great. He plays Vug. Not there. I have no bingo. I played Phoebe for 18. So then I get inertia down. Where's that play? Okay, place here. Inertia was just what I needed at just the right time. Okay. Here I played E-mid. Yep, that was the right play. Well found by me. He plays XI. So he's still up quite a bit. He's up 41. So I still got a lot of work to do, and it's getting towards the end here. So here I decided to keep the D. I guess I didn't know that flange took the D, was why I didn't play flanged. I just played flange instead. But yeah, if I knew it took the D, I would have played it. Let me just see whether I've seen this word before. So I haven't seen it. I'll write it down. He plays SHO somewhere. For 18. And I drew the other blank, which is exactly what I needed. And I played outread. And now suddenly I've got way ahead, because this is like my third bingo of the game. And this was the critical moment where he could have either won the game or lost it. And I'm not going to put all of this into Macondo because that's just going to be way too time intensive. But I do, if I remember correctly, after the game he found a way to win after we talked about it. So he had that, and then he left row. Okay, decors, docile. Do both of those win? Because I can't go out. No, I can. So if I play Met, then I get 4 more. So that, yeah, that actually does win. So docile loses, decor loses. He can't let me play met there and go out. So all those top 3 lose. Ooh, what is that? Oh, cozier with an S instead of a Z. Does that win for him? No, because then I have trim for 12. So he needs to figure out a way. This was such a like torturous end game for him, because he needs to figure out a way that so that I don't have an outplay with MT. So I'm going to try to figure this out, just like by process of elimination. So cozy doesn't work because of trim. Close doesn't work. Sealers doesn't work. I guess nothing works. I guess no matter what, I just win. So what did he try here? He tried seals, which is, I believe, like one of the very few moves that actually causes me not to have an outplay. So then I played sim. And he plays row for 9, which is the best he can do. And then after that, I won by 3 points, 446 to 443. We recounted the game, and yeah, I had a good 3-point win in this game. I was feeling good about this game. So yeah, I mean, this is the type of game you can expect at Division 2 at Nationals. It's not going to be low scoring. Like, you can see both of us scored over 440, which if you score over 440 in any given game, you're a pretty strong player. So I guess my point is, if you play in Division 2 at Nationals, don't expect like a 400 average. A lot of times these people average more than 400 a game. So you really have to be on top of it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, put them in the chat. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.